I was just about to leave. You're an hour late.
To me, it felt like Cynthia and Porsha just trying to be like, look, we can cause drama too.
You felt like this, that's fine. You felt like that, that's fine. But the fact that you felt both ways
I didn't feel
in
both
several
ways.
different interviews,
I didn't feel both ways.
I was just
I did not feel
flabbergasted. I
both
was like,
ways.
oh,
Well, don't be
that's
flabbergasted
hilarious.
because I've always said, and
That was
I will
hilarious.
always say, well, it can be hilarious.
And
But
so-
guess what?
so
Guess
then
what?
when
I
I was
always
asked the
said
question about you,
that I felt like you
I
were
said
provoked.
that you were.
And this might be a Sagittarius trait. NeNe like ruminates on the things that have like pissed her off.
Don't you ever punch somebody and don't think you're gonna get punched back. That I can tell you.
I don't feel like I punched you, NeNe.
Well, you did.
So if I punched you, you blew my head off my shoulder.
All right, we are back to talk season.
It's a totally different
7.
video.
Yeah, it's a totally different night too.
You didn't break it up.
No, not at all. We tonight are discussing, once again, just like we discussed in season 6, NeNe and Cynthia's friendship, which seemed to come to the end at the end of season 6, but is still a big problem in season 7. And now we have sides forming. We have the entire cast is kind of split into sides. Mm-hmm. I guess to start, one of the first things we see in season 7 is an argument between Cynthia and Porsha.
I was just about to leave. You're an hour late.
Oh, glad you could stay.
That's yet to be determined. Porsha invites me for a little sit down, and then Heifer came in an hour late. Usually the proper thing is to say, oh, I apologize for being late.
Okay, well, you're very nasty. First of all, I haven't even sat down.
Okay, well, now you're sitting down, so.
Because Portia's late, and Cynthia doesn't like it, and she tries to tear into Porsha. To me, it felt like Cynthia and Porsha just trying to be like, look, we can cause drama too. That's what it came off to me.
Mm-hmm, that's fair.
So you want to start all over and come in and apologize? Like, what you want to do?
You need to straighten up your attitude first of all.
Honey, I don't have an attitude. I needed to let you know that you were late.
You feel better?
Do you?
Oh, I feel great.
Okay, good.
I'm having like the best day ever.
Oh, good. It's wonderful. Great.
It's like she's putting on some type of boss, persona right now. And she just really needs to cool down because I haven't even had the chance to sit down and tell her why we're here. And you were saying, oh, well, I feel like she was threatened and I feel like she was provoked in that situation in one interview. Then in another interview, it was, no, I absolutely don't see why she would have been threatened. I don't see why she would have reacted in that way whatsoever. And
But
so-
guess what?
so
Guess
then
what?
when
I
was
always
asked the
said
question about you,
that I felt like you
I
were
said
provoked,
that you were
and I felt like
because
well,
I felt
think
like
you're a
again.
flip-flopper. Oh, I'm a flip-flopper. Word on the street is you're over there flip-flopping with some old married man for cars and bags.
How did it come off to you?
I think your analysis is fair. It's valid. Like both of them showing that they can kind of carry drama without the likes of a NeNe or somebody like Kenya instigating it.
Exactly.
Fair analysis. But I also see it as both of them really striking their allegiance, where Porsha is very clearly Team NeNe and Cynthia is very clearly Team Cynthia or Kenya or whatever they're calling that whole clique with Claudia. So you can see it a couple different ways, but
No, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Keep your finger on that side of the table, please. Thank you. I can't get out of sentence without you cutting me out, putting your long ass ET finger in my face. Well, first of all,
I'm not thinking about you. You say something crazy about me, I'm going to say something crazy about you. You keep your name out my mouth, I'll keep my name out your mouth.
I don't care about your name being in my mouth.
All right, well, then we are good.
We are.
How do you feel about Cynthia now being pro Kenya versus NeNe after being NeNe's good friend for so long?
I mean, I don't feel like this came out of nowhere. Even when Cynthia was close with NeNe, she still was actively building a friendship with Kenya. Even if Cynthia is close with NeNe, like she's still allowed to have friendships outside of NeNe. But you kind of get into the whole beef that NeNe had with Marlo. I had a couple drinks with Marlo, where she's like, oh, if you're going to be friends with Kenya, I don't want to fuck with you because you might be going and telling her all my shit. So, I don't know. I see NeNe's like issue with Cynthia becoming close with Kenya, but I also feel like it was a very natural progression. Like we saw them have a heart-to-heart on the beach where they like really resolve their issues, and I don't know, they seem to have a good dynamic going. So
I mean, I agree with that. I'm not gonna not be on Cynthia's side on this situation anyway. How do you feel about Porsha's kind of being up NeNe's ass now?
yeah, what did Cynthia say? She's NeNe with, you know, longer hair and a longer chin. I don't know. We're like watching Porsha come into her own in general. But like it sucks that she's kind of doing it through the context of being one of NeNe's lapdogs. Because I don't think Porsha isn't someone who doesn't have her own opinions. I feel like she has her views on things. But like the way that it's coming off in this season, it very much comes off as like she's just one of NeNe's lapdogs, you know?
No, I definitely didn't enjoy Porsha this season as much as I have in the past.
Yeah.
One thing you alluded to in season 6, and you've been alluding to me since we've been watching, is Porsha becoming like a thought.
She's Princess of Thoughtlandia, as they call her.
Them hoes over there.
Those are thoughts. I'm very thoughtful.
She would have never been naked in a thong doing a photo shoot if she was married to Cordell.
Your boobs looking like bees.
They just what they wanted to come out today.
You looking sultry.
Thank you.
Giving me our Princess of Thoughtland.
I come not bearing gift, I come bearing plentiful as.
Is that just because she's like divorced now and she's single?
I don't know, because I feel like she's still on her thought shit. But we gonna see with this new season, because I think she out here fucking Future. So I don't know. She might still be a thought out here. Anybody that's out here
spoilers
fucking
for future seasons for sure.
Well, I mean, no, I'm saying her fucking Future isn't even on this latest season.
Oh,
As in, like, she's still on her thought shit.
I see.
So that just might be, at this point, it's been what, 10 years since this original season aired? That just might be who this bitch is.
She's just a hoe.
She's a hoe. And then, like, I think that there will be a little bit more context added as, like, the series progresses about, like, Porsha and some of her background. And I don't think Porsha has ever been this, like, super God-fearing woman that, like, you know, just wants to serve her husband. Like, I think that was a...
Cordell trying to mold her?
Yes, but I think she consented to a lot of it. I don't think Porsha, like, didn't want to be this person. But I think that the Porsha that we saw in the early seasons was not who Porsha is.
Well, circling back to NeNe and Cynthia, like, there was a dinner at a tavern, I think NeNe put it together, where she and Cynthia are supposed to squash the beef. And Porsha and Kenya are also there to try and squash
Kenya kept
their beef.
interrupting.
Yeah.
I really did want all of us to come out to drink tonight. I invited Cynthia. I invited Kenya.
Kenya.
I'm just glad I'm sitting at this end of the table because if Miss Porsha decides to get out of line, she just might end up as Apollo's future roommate in Cell Block D.
Well, cheers to Girls Night Out at the Tavern.
You know, I'm still confused about a few things. I must be honest. I'm very confused when you say you don't respect me because I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? So I'm very confused there about what.
Okay, well, let me explain. The respect thing is just an overall thing in our friendship. I never really would speak up against certain things if I felt uncomfortable. And there were situations where I was uncomfortable.
From my understanding, Cynthia is non-confrontational.
But you are confrontational. You're just doing it behind somebody's back.
I did not. I wish that I could just come and be like, you know what? I'm cutting you off, girl. I'm done. I didn't like the way you said that. Boom. Delete, erase,
I
unfollow.
really feel bad that we're in this place.
But when you have a friendship and you really love someone, how is it a friend when you go out and you say things about them publicly?
Don't you ever punch somebody and don't think you're going to get punched back. That I can tell you.
I don't feel like I punched you, NeNe.
Well, you did.
So if I punched you, you blew my head off my shoulder.
Well,
So am I.
if I didn't have love for you, I wouldn't tell you I had love for you.
Hold on.
Kenya's butting in. Kenya doesn't know Cynthia. She just met her. And now she wants to act like she knows her so well. That is so funny to me.
Obviously, I don't think anything was going to happen between Porsha and Kenya.
Well, one thing, you got this rude bitch on the end screaming. We're having a conversation. That's really rude. So I think you should be quiet. You're rude as a mother.
Because I have a problem with somebody that's like, any minute, oh my God, what is she going? She about to throw balls?
But it felt like NeNe was squashing the beef with Cynthia.
I am not your enemy.
Okay.
And whatever you worry about in life, you ain't have to worry about me.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so much. Very good. Thank you.
Oh, progress.
Would you let Porsha come sit back by me?
No, I want to sit here.
Oh, do it on the lips if it's real.
She's trying not to look happy.
Until they meet up again in another situation and NeNe's still not having it.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. It must be that Sagittarius in us. I don't fucking know.
but why?
I don't know. No, I don't even think that's a Sagittarius trait. But, like, it's a common theme with NeNe where it's like, she did it with Kenya too, where it's like, oh, we're cool. Until the next time. I feel like really what it is, and this might be a Sagittarius trait, NeNe, like, ruminates on the things that have, like, pissed her off. So she'll have, like, this great heart-to-heart, this great moment, right? She'll be open. And then she'll go home and she'll maybe talk to Greg and she'll just really think about the ways that this person has done her dirty. And I think it makes her very angry and very bitter. Can relate.
You do ruminate, it's true.
We're ruminators. And then she'll be like, nah, fuck that bitch. Because, like, I fell for it. You almost got me. And so I feel like this, like, back and forth wishy-washy, I don't think it's because NeNe is just a wishy-washy hoe, but I think, like, she's trying so hard to protect herself and to, like, defend her heart and not fall back into that trap that she does come off as wishy-washy, where, you know, Kenya went to go hug her and she's like, oh,
yeah,
we don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know you like that. And, like, same. I would do the same. But I probably would have also never had the dinner where we were fake. It was like, nah, I don't fuck with you. We're done.
So that's kind of why I kind of don't get it from NeNe. Why have the dinner if you're just going to act like that afterwards?
Yeah, and I do think this is one of those things where you have to, like, question the producers, like, who really pushed this dinner?
That's fair.
You know, did the producers push NeNe to have this dinner, or, you know?
One thing with Cynthia, and we'll discuss it more in future videos of the season, is I don't know. I feel like she's trying too hard to be in the drama.
Fair. You talking about with the whole Phaedra thing in chocolate?
Exactly, but we're not just...
That was a little much, yeah.
Another thing to discuss, I guess, before we end this video, is Phaedra and NeNe now being just besties after 3 seasons prior, Phaedra being on the show, NeNe acting like she didn't really know.
She's the head doctor. I don't know her. We're both from Athens, but I don't know her. We were never in school together. Yeah, that NeNe.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't seem real.
NeNe is probably the last person with her busy schedule that I would think would drive it over an hour just to make sure I'm okay. But that shows me that NeNe has a good heart, and she's really a friend.
I believe what NeNe said about, you know, I know what it's like to go through a divorce, even though she married her ex-husband 3 months later. But I can believe that they actually bonded over that.
I guess I actually believe it too, but this goes back to our conversation you and I had in season 6, is like, is NeNe this good friend, or does she just try and have numbers on her side?
Yes.
Yes, what?
I think both of those things can be true. I think that you can reach out to someone and be like, hey, I know what you're going through. I've been through that. And also recognize that it would be convenient to have that person on your side. I think both of those things are very valid and were a part of her strategy. Yes.
I guess. I don't know. I don't buy it. Because NeNe... We'll have to get to it in future episodes of this, but like...
When we record the next part of this.
Exactly, in a minute. But like... She's lost a lot of friends.
Yes. Well, she would disagree, right?
Well, yeah,
according to her reunion.
I don't know. It just seems like calculated.
Yes.
Which doesn't consider it a good friendship to me.
I feel like it's both. I feel like she's calculated, but she also knows her angles, right? She's like, I know that I can appeal to Phaedra in this way, and she might actually, like, in the midst of it, start to care for Phaedra. I feel like it can be both. I don't know.
I mean, I guess she did put in the time with Phaedra, as we found out, but I don't know. It feels like desperation on NeNe's side that she needs a number.
I will say it is very weird of Phaedra and very not Scorpio-like of her. Because it's like, yeah, this person hasn't really had good things to say about you pretty much ever in your time on the show. And now all of a sudden you're just the best of friends. And I don't know. She couldn't show that same grace to Candy.
I just feel like Phaedra was in a dark place. But
Yeah.
we'll save it. I guess that's all for this portion.
I also kind of wonder, before we end this portion, is like how much of this was like a result, how much of Phaedra's allegiance to people was a result of their loyalty to Kenya, right? Because Candy very much was like, I fucked up, I called this girl a hoe, I have to apologize.
Yeah.
Cynthia obviously is a friend of Kenya's. The only people that really don't like Kenya are Porsha, who beat her ass,
It's a great point.
and NeNe, who doesn't like her for their reasons. So
you think you think Phaedra has to be with those two?
yeah, I think that Phaedra wants to believe this narrative that villainizes Kenya, and she's going to align herself with people that'll do so. Because I can totally picture a world where NeNe was like, girl, fuck that bitch. She was out here trying to fuck your man. You know, stuff like that, right? Where, like, maybe it didn't get aired to viewers, but I can see them kind of bonding on that aspect of, like, this bitch is trifling. We don't fuck with her.
It's a great point, and we have a new person added, which will be the main point of our next video.
You love you some Claudia.
I do love us some Claudia.
It's because she's Italian.
Maybe.